everyone who commented, who joined the flag story, and who commented. And basically, we said, if you comment, you have just entered the competition. There is many of you for me to read your names. Some of them I can't even read them. Butterfly, season 44, Alpha, whatever your name is, we don't discriminate here. We are in the tribe. You have won. What have you won? This coming Saturday, my good friends, welcome, welcome. It is yet another video, and it is Wednesday deal day. And today I want to say to you, it's not just about bricks and bones. It's more about the deal that really makes every deal become possible. What am I talking about? The truth, my good friends, is that the best property you will ever own, it's actually you. Yeah, you are the greatest deal that we can ever put together. If your mindset is correct, if your skill set is correct, you will be able to close any better deal day, better deal that might not even come on the Wednesday deal day. So today, it's not just about the deals themselves, but it's also what we're going to call a Wednesday, right? A win and the deal, then it is called the Wednesday. For the last couple of weeks, I think it was round about July, August, we did a revamp of our background here in the tribe, and we went international, locally based in Mzansi with an international impact. And I asked the question to say, my good friends, what do you think these flags mean? And today we are going to be sharing with you who are the winners of this tribe. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is TJ, your host, and I'm a former banker and founder here at the TJ Tribe. And I do business with a focus in student accommodation, flips, which is buy and sell, and coaching, with the hope that all of us, as young upcoming modern parents, we can be able to have passive income from real estate. Welcome to the channel. Firstly, I want to say to you, for all of you who commented, who took time out, I have been reading some of the comments that you posted over this last couple of, it was a month, right? It was a month and a half. And when we ran this competition, and I've been reading some of those comments, and I see what some of you were saying. I must say to you, you guys didn't just comment. You preached. Some of you, you're like, yes, right? And some of you, you just went a little bit deeper. I was like, what do you mean with this comment? And some of you definitely made me laugh with some of the other comments. Like, I have the South African flag because I'm in love with Genevieve. Seriously. But it's not the reason. But hey, maybe the reason. We are here to learn about it. So, but it reminded me why we call this community the tribe. Because obviously we see things differently, and that's an amazing. So today I am not going to show a new deal. I apologize. But what I'm going to hear, I am going to announce something even better than a deal. So let's celebrate the people who took the time, not just to comment, but also to connect, because you guys saw some of their comments, and you were laughing at them, and you were like, you had fun with them, and some of the other comments made you to re-comment, right? And some of you even went to AI and you're like, hey, let me take this picture. You went to AI, I could see you. I'm like, okay, all right, I see you. But you see, I want to say to you that every week we showcase deals that cash flow here, 30,000, 40,000, 20,000. It's a thing here in the TJ Tribe. If your mindset is not growing, I guarantee you that your money can't flow. It's not growing as well. That's just the way it is. So that's why this week's deal we have given it the name the investors upgrade. Does it make sense? The investors upgrade. Who's the investor? You. And more importantly, we are doing this in the month of November. So I'm sure you've seen so many Black Friday promotions out there. So a Black Friday level specifically designed to help you invest in yourself and in some way to invest in property as well. But what we do here is more than real estate. We do more than that. So what does the flags mean, right? What does the flags mean? TJ, we want to know what does the flags mean. Oh, wait, my good friends. I am getting there. I'm going to start with the flag with the last letter of the alphabet, right? I'm going to start at the last letter of the alphabet and come back to it. So I'll start with the country Zimbabwe, right? Right? No, that's South Africa. Yeah, the next one, Zimbabwe, right? I'm going to start with Zimbabwe. So what does Zimbabwe mean for me as a person when we started out doing this promo, the competition? And I want to say this to you, my good friends. I'm a student for life. I observe. I do very well with information. Give me information. I'm able to do amazing things with that information. And what I have done is that throughout my adult life, my early adult life, Zimbabwe is where most of my young adult life is. It's not like my young adult life. My teen, because my young adult life, I was already in South Africa. But part of that, of my teens and just becoming a young adult, I want to say to you, Zimbabwe gave me my first business, right? So that's what Zimbabwe gave me, my first business. And I was a hustler, like many of you. I'm on the sideline. I'm employed, and I decided, no, let me go back to school. South Africa came by. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. But what Zimbabwe gave me, and I hold that up until today, my biggest lesson, and that lesson has driven me to potentially what I have not yet become. And I think I'm still driving to there yet, so to the next destination. And that's the next phase of my life. And the notion that a country can literally go from riches to rags, literally overnight. I remember when I was, I've got an uncle who's in business, a few of my uncles who are in business. And I remember at one point we were driving through with one of my uncles, Uncle Pat, and we were talking about how the government literally just announced on national radio to say that if you had any US dollars that were in the bank, the government was going to utilize that to go and buy petrol, something like that. And it just happened overnight. Poof. Like today, you've got 2 million pounds in your South Africa, the FMB, and boom, it's gone. What it gave me is this notion of how best can I be financially in control. So it's not about what the government said. For me, it's an array of things that happened that has continuously driven me to say, I don't want to be controlled financially by somebody else. So the idea of what happened in Zimbabwe is not the only country that has gone through this process. Many of the African countries has gone through this process. Venezuela went through this process. Many other countries out there. And I said to myself, I do not ever want to be caught with my pants down without being financially free. Financially who? Financially free. That's what it means for me for the flag Zimbabwe. That's why I have it here. It's not just I was born there. Yes, I was born there. But that's not the reason why that flag is on my wall. It's to remind me, TJ, you have to work harder because you have to be in control. TJ, where else are you investing? You have to be financially free. TJ, don't be caught when the economy turns and it's in favor of. Don't be. That's what it reminds me. So I'm hoping that I am also being able to teach you a little bit once we are getting there. And if you haven't, you don't know, you've been living under a rock. You're like, TJ, what are you talking about Zimbabwe? Please go and read Economics of the World. There's so many books that have been written that we can all learn from, not only about Zimbabwe, but there's many other countries that have gone through that process. What about South Africa? Well, South Africa, I have spent all my adult life in South Africa. All right. My wife is here from here. She's married from here. My two kids were born here, and I live here as well. This is what I know. I went back to Zimbabwe the other time. I felt like a foreigner there because I couldn't relate to some of the other things that has happened because I haven't been staying there for a long time. This is home for me. I have my financial control here. I have my life here. I do life here. So this is what I know as an adult person. So what does it mean? Well, my good friends, this is where the building, the impact, and my love story has started. Oh, TJ, he's in love with his wife, Jenna. Woohoo! No. Well, let me get some brownie points. Yes, of course. She's my love of my life. But that's not it alone. Okay? I want to stress the fact that my love of understanding what I call plan B, my love of understanding what I call understanding your what's next. So if you're employed today, like I was back in the day, I started understanding and learning from Robert Kiyosaki. And the only thing that I was able to grasp with my lens, having experienced this in Zimbabwe, is don't rely on one stream. What is your plan B? And if you understand your plan B, you can be able to do much more with where you are right now. And that also then speaks to what's my next. So if you've got a plan B of, okay, fine, I want to build this real estate business. So what's your next? Maybe your next is just to buy one property. Maybe your next is to just start that business. Maybe your next is to understand your financial means where you are right now. South Africa has taught me that because there's so many options. I told someone the other day that, guys, do you know that from an African perspective, South Africa was the only country that had bonds for the longest time. Obviously, Zimbabwe had that, but many African countries didn't have. Many African countries don't even have credit cards today. So many of the things that they own, it's all cash, right? And we laugh off at some of these people when they come here, but some of them are actually richer, not in cash flow, but in asset from where they come from because they're not owned by anybody. For many of us, we are working for the banks. Yeah, I'll let that sink for a minute. But my love for growth, it started in South Africa. My love for the desire to learn, it started in South Africa. I was like, there is so many things that you can learn. Amongst the people just around you, you can learn. You can learn what not to do by observing others. You can learn from other cultures. Hey, what do you do? Hey, you are Muslim. What do you do? One of my best friends is an imam. I'm Christian. Oh, TJ, you're working with the unyoked. Well, I am learning with them. What do I gain working with the Christians? They've already been converted to the Christ. So let me walk with my imam. Hopefully one day I can be able to bring him to the Lord. I'm working with the Jews. Let me see, how do you do business? I've always heard that Jewish people, they're good with business. Let me learn from them. So my desire to learn, because of the wide array of information that is available in South Africa with people that I can touch, I can feel, I can go onto the internet, I can read books. Information is readily available. That's what South Africa has given me. Not only that, but it has also allowed me to help other people, you who come to the tribe, yes. And many other people that have come in to learn within the tribe. It's going to be amazing. You have seen many of these people on our channel showcasing what they do because of what I learned and I've passed it on. I can go on, my friends. Let's go to the country, the United Kingdom. TJ. Somebody put in a comment on our comments, right? Yeah, they won. And they said, TJ, it's because you were colonized by the British. It is true. It's a fact, right? South Africa was colonized by the British. I was born in Rhodesia, right? Northern Rhodesia, Southern Rhodesia. Yes. And for that reason, it's not the reason, my good friends, why I have the flag on my wall. You see why I said to you, I loved so much. Some other people says, yeah, TJ, you're colonized. All right, maybe I'm still colonized. Who knows? I don't know, but I don't think so. The reason why I have the United Kingdom flag is that when I started learning about real estate, it was the school of Robert Kiyosaki. Funny story, and he is American based. However, they were teaching very much the content of the United Kingdom. So when I went to the school, many of people of you, if you go to seminars today, there's lots of people that are going to teach you these things, and they give you the South African context. When I went to school, I was potentially one of the first 100 when they came to South Africa. The company was called Legacy. And then they were teaching a lot. All of their content was 100%. Go to the UK, you can go and do this, 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 this. So what I did was that whilst I was in class, I was trying to figure out, I don't want to go to the UK, but what does this mean in South Africa? What does this mean in South Africa when they speak this? How do I translate it? So for the next 6 months, I spent a whole lot of times translating what I had learned into the South African context before I started doing. And I found lawyers, attorneys to help me translate these things because I had the information, but I just wanted to translate it to what does it mean South Africa. To some of the things that I would do, some attorneys would say, no, you can't do that in South Africa. And I'm like, no, but I learned how to do it. They're like, no, the actual version of what you're trying to do is this, the installment sale. This is what you do. I'm like, oh, okay. And then eventually I built my own asset, my own tools box. And hence, the UK is one of the flags that I put up there. The other reason is that many Africans are in the UK, right? So many South Africans, Swaziland, Kenyans, Zimbabweans, which other country? My many are friends who are Botswana, and they kind of like go and then they come back. But I've got a lot of my friends that are from Ghana, they're also from there. So a lot of my friends from Jamaica, yes, they're also in the UK. And my brothers from Nigeria, yes, they are also from there. So the UK for me represents the community of the diaspora of Africans who are in the diaspora. Many of them want to come back home. They're planning to come back home. And many of them want to come back home to South Africa. I speak to them all the time. So that's where most of our diaspora network and my good friends that are there, and I've got family there as well. So that's why we have the UK flag. Lastly, the United States of America. Well, if you grew up in the era that I grew up in the 90s, the television was the thing. There was no TikTok. There was no YouTube. So we spent most of our time on TV, right? And watching television, I watched MacGyver, Santa Barbara, Dynasty, who else? Captain America, Pinocchio, all of these things. And some of you are like, what is that? Well, it is the A-Team, B.A. Baracus. You remember that? So, my good friends, if I was not colonized by the United Kingdom, by the UK, I think I was colonized by the Americans. The content, the amount of content that was around me from the Americans in terms of entertainment up until from a music perspective, who was not influenced by the Americans? So let's not call it being colonized, right? Let's call it influenced, right? So we're influenced mostly, for me, I was influenced mostly highly influenced with the Americans. But more important, later on in my adult life, many of my teachers, one of my greatest teachers is Robert Kiyosaki. You guys know that. I've been in school many a times within these classes and so on. I've shown you some of the pictures and videos that we have had with him. Recently, I've also had the pleasures of being taught with the likes of Grant Cardone. He's got a university that they have. And John Maxwell, I've attended many of his classes. And I continue learning. This is just like a few of some of my teachers that have taught me. I pay in US dollars to go and learn. When I learn, this guy here who's dumb becomes better. I know today's video is going to be a little bit longer, but I thought, let me explain it. But let's go back, my good friends. I want to say to you, this is the meaning of the flag. So each flag, my good friends, is a chapter of my journey. It is not just about the flags. And your answers reminded me that we all have our own flags, our own seasons of building and all of those nice things. So this month, what is the prizes that we are going to be winning? I am going to give away a prize worth 4,000 Rand times the number of people that are going to win. So each prize is worth 4,000 Rand. So let me hear drum roll. Drum roll. Drum roll. What are we going to win? Drum roll. Boom. Yes. So the drum roll is this month, my good friends, we are giving away something special. Yep. To celebrate everyone. To celebrate everyone who commented, who joined the flag story, and who commented. And basically we said, if you comment, you have just entered the competition. There is many of you for me to read your names. Some of them I can't even read them. Butterfly, season 44, Alpha, whatever your name is, we don't discriminate here. We are in the tribe. You have won. What have you won? This coming Saturday, we've got what we call the Making Money Masterclass. It's a 2-day program, Saturday and Sunday. We are in the class. So you are going to get full access of this 2-day Making Money Masterclass. Normally, the price is at 3,497. And this year has been heavily discounted for people because somebody else paid the difference. And it's the normal price now. It's going out at 997. That's what other people who are going to be in the class are going to pay, 997. But to you, my good friend, you are going to get it free. Above the 2-day masterclass, what else are you going to win? My own personal tribe book. This year, this is the workbook that we generally give out to anybody and everybody who joins the tribe. This helps you to I'm going to just say to you, you need it. If you don't have it, you need it. So you are going to have this on top of joining the 2-day masterclass. Please, my good friends, we have limited space on the system that we host this. So if you're joining, make sure that you will be able to attend. So because don't register and then you don't pitch up because you have just pushed someone else who wanted to have the desire to come and learn. So, but anyways, this workbook, my good friends, you are going to be getting this as well. What else are you going to win? You all know that I'm an author. So I've got 3 books that I'm going to give you again. I'm going to give them away to you. 3 of my books. The first book that I ever wrote is called From Bad Debt to Property Mogul. You are going to win this book. It's going to come to you as well. And the other book is called Be the First Millionaire in Your Family. You're going to win this as well. And then the last book that I'm going to be giving you, my good friends, is the top 10 property strategies that work in South Africa. Now, the value of this is sitting at 600 Rand. We normally send this out You can go into our website, in our shop, you'll be able to see we sell this for 600. You are getting all of this free. Why? Because it is the month of the Black Friday. Why? Because we are giving you so that you can learn. Why? Because somebody else gave me the tools and I'm giving you the tools as well. However, I need you to pay 200 Rand. And what's the 200 Rand for? Is to courier the stuff to you. So you're getting all of these things for free. But you are going to pay 200 Rand for courier, right? Some places we've been couriering stuff, anything between 100 Rand to like 180, sometimes 280 in and around South Africa. So we just made it a blanket 200 so that we can be able not to run a loss by sending these out to you. So my good friends, that's a total value of 4,000. That is all yours. And you are just covering 200 Rand, which is your courier fees, and to get the package to you. And our courier partners, the courier guys, they handle your package. They'll be able to handle your package very well. You saw that advert. They're like, we are the best guys that can handle your package. Really? Okay. But anyway, right. So now, how can you win? How can you claim your prize? Now, the best way you can claim your prize, my good friends, is that you know our hotline numbers. Follow through our hotline numbers. And our hotline numbers, you know it is coming up on the screen here. And there's going to be a section. So what you need to do is obviously save the number, right? And then go to WhatsApp and then click hi. And then there is going to be options. And within those options, choose the option that says, I have won. And when you do that, then follow the steps that comes through. And then thereafter, my good friends, you get a voucher. And then the voucher you will use, you are going to get it and you can use it on our website. So do that before we run out of vouchers. Simple, right? So we are going to do this until Friday. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday, you've got tonight, you've got Thursday to do this, and then we will close off on Friday. By Friday noon, you can claim your prizes. But after that, we'll close it off and we'll ship everything out. So you're probably going to get all of these things round about Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest next week, depending on when our couriers will come and pick these things up. Now, family, I want to say this to you. This month, we have seen Black Friday deals of phones, shoes, furniture, but very few on self-improvement, self-belief. But like, where are you seeing this? I don't know. I'm giving you that option. So don't miss out this chance, my good friends, to upgrade yourself, right? This is an opportunity of upgrading yourself on the next what? With only 200 Rand, you can upgrade yourselves. Now, I think this is a good deal. It's a good deal. So from me and the tribe, congratulations to all the winners. Everybody who commented, you have won. That's it. If you did comment from when we started to right now, you have won. Save the number. Hit us up on the hotline number. Poof, you've won. I want to say to you, remember this, that you are the deal. You are the deal. Invest in yourself. It's the best return that you can ever get. And just watch everything else appreciate from there. Does it make sense? As I land the plane, my good friends, I want to say to everyone who commented, thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of our competition, for being part of the tribe. I hope you are also subscribed to the channel. And you didn't just see flags. You saw more than that because you commented differently. So which is amazing. And if you didn't win, let me tell you a secret, okay? Don't stress. You can comment right now. And then boom, you have won. Right? Simple. You, my good friends. But I want to say to you, this is a reminder. You might not always have control. This like one of my serious moments. I'm a guy who jokes a lot, but I want to say this, especially in where we are in thinking and doing as Africans, particularly. I want to wear my Pan African hat, especially once I have these flags, because I saw that some of you, um, you were not holding back on some of your comments. um, I want to say to you that remember, you might not always control the flag where you are born under. It's not a choice. You're born Nigerian, you're born Nigerian. You're born Swazi, you're born Swazi, right? Um, but you can always build the legacy that flies beyond, above the actual flag that you were born in. But it starts with you to learn, unlearn, relearn, and just do things differently. My name is TJ. It's great hanging out with you. I will see you at the masterclass. Boom.